In this tutorial, we'll take a closer look at the Vectorscope, which is useful for analyzing hue and chroma levels in an image. The Vectorscope can be intimidating at first glance, so let's take a look and get a good idea of what the interface and color trace is all about. One way to look at the Vectorscope is like a color wheel. The very center of the Vectorscope has no chroma and represents absolute white and absolute black. But the closer the trace gets to the outer edge of the Vectorscope, the greater the chroma levels will be and the more vivid the images will look. With the color wheel superimposed, you can now see the primary colors of red, green, and blue, and the secondary colors of yellow, cyan, and magenta. The colors in this image generate the trace pattern in the Vectorscope. It is important to note that colors extending beyond the outer color targets are not safe for broadcast. In other words, they are oversaturated. Before we analyze some images, I'll show you how to customize the brightness of the Vectorscope. To do that, click on the wrench icon, go down to Brightness, and choose one of the three available options for bright, normal, or dimmer. Okay, let's evaluate some footage using the Vectorscope. In this first example, a lead singer is pleasing a crowd at a sold-out venue. Looking at the Vectorscope, we can see that his jacket is a vivid red by way of the trace in the red target. And we can see the blue floodlight on the crowd with the trace that is positioned between the blue and cyan targets. In this next example, the trace corresponds to the vivid colors of the green crops, blue skies, and warm skin tones. The Vectorscope helps with color continuity for doing shot-to-shot matching and is especially useful when working with memory colors, color schemes, and for achieving good skin tones. A helpful tool within the Vectorscope is the flesh tone line, which serves as a guide when correcting for skin tones. Although skin tones will vary depending on ethnicity and complexion, the ideal zone for skin tones will generally fall along this line. The HSL Vectorscope looks similar to the default YUV Vectorscope, but differs in that it displays exposure information in addition to hue and chroma levels. Although the HSL Vectorscope can provide a combination of image analysis at a glance, it is not commonly used as a color correction tool. In later tutorials, I'll demonstrate how we can use the Vectorscope to finesse skin tones, as well as how to create some great looking color schemes.